Hey everybody, Brenny Larson here. I just wanted to jump on and do a quick live about investing in personal development. Do you invest in personal development? I know I always invest in personal development, and people find that crazy. And I find it crazy when people don't invest in personal development. It's developing you personally to be the best you. Now, my story is my mom passed away and I went, down a deep dive and I had to pull myself out. Well, being a spiritual person and having interviewed people on Reiki and tapping and feng shui and the grid, the matrix, mindset, all of this kind of stuff, I know how important it is that we work on ourselves, because when you're down the rabbit hole, you can't get out by yourself, or it's really a challenge. I started with aromatherapy, putting orange oil in the mornings and lavender at night, just so I could get up and then I could calmly go to sleep. I wasn't at the point where I could even meditate because my mind was so running. So then I had to put music on, and especially I like esophageal frequencing to release that stress, so I could get to the point, to the next level. This is what you have to understand. If anyone watches or listens to or has read Ask and It Is Given, there's different levels. So for example, when I was in anger, everyone kept trying to, tell me to stop being angry. But no, for me, it was a good thing. I was at depression, and anger is a step above depression. And that's how you don't go from depression to joy. Well, if you do, it's going to be like this, and you're going to crash right back down. So I invest in myself in personal development. So the first thing I did is I got rid of the TV, which I hardly watched anyway, and because it was more irritating, all the commercials and repeats and negativity. The second I turned it on after my mom passed, I was just like, ugh, got rid of it completely. And I only watch show on Gaia.com about consciousness and meditation and movement and being the best you can be. So that helped me get to the next level. Well, then I found Dr. Sue Morter and energy codes. And energy code was all about the stories that were running in our brain, but they get stuck in our mental and our emotional grid. And that you see things from a different perspective because you can't see things clearly, because the energy cannot flow in where that story is stuck in your energy grid. Now, from feng shui, I understand a whole lot about energy and stuck energy and how it impacts your body. So your mind is running the show. Your body is saying, hey, this is what's going on. It's a frequency, because every emotion is just telling you if you're in alignment with yourself or if you're out of alignment with yourself. That's what it's telling you. And there's lower vibrations, of course, like hatred and revenge and all that stuff. So I kept on this journey and I got the course from Dr. Sue, worked on energy codes, releasing those stories, and it still just wasn't enough for me. So I'm asking for help, and I always like to go outside and ask for help. That's why I can just breathe. I just feel the most comfortable outside. My mom would always say, my dad's like, where's that kid? Well, she's either, outside up a tree or under a tree. It didn't matter what time of the year it was. That's where I go to whoop, whoosh, get in alignment, because that's where I can feel my joy. And I'm meditating and I'm like, okay, so what should I be doing here? Let's see, I got a couple comments. Hey, there's my buddy. Whoop whoop, Angeline, live from New York. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. It's very good. She understands we are in a group together and we are on fire. So here's what you can do, guys. If you do live comments, they're going to slide in just like this. Put hashtag live or hashtag replay so I know where you're from. Okay, so I am, going, oh, what else can I do? I'm a little lost here, but I love cryptocurrency. I get excited even when I was depressed to learn more about crypto, but I just wasn't finding the right people to follow. Hey, Diana, whoop, whoop. Thank you. It's funny because I just said to Angeline, I'm a little tired today. And she's like, what? I do have a lot of energy, especially when I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. And personal development, yeah, baby, whoop, whoop. Live from South Africa. I just had someone say they had to go to bed in South Africa. I don't think so. Look who's on the show here. Shandu. And our favorite whoop, whoop call. Okay, so I am watching crypto and this banner kept flashing. Here's synchronicities. Here's taking when you're in the now enough to realize what you should be doing and take advantage of things. So at the time, I'm watching this cryptocurrency and I'm like, that banner, it just keeps flashing, flashing, flashing. And it was irritating me. I'm just going to click on that banner. Well, in feng shui, I'm a wood element, anger. And in human design, it's frustration. So anger and frustration is some of the energy I hold. And I clicked on it and it's like, oh, podcasting. Well, what's this about? Next thing I know, I have my notebook out and my pen, and I'm taking notes on this webinar with Brian Rose and London Real. Now, I had no idea who Brian Rose was or London Real podcasting. You know, I'd been offline for 9 months. I'd been totally depressed or angry, depressed. And so I'm like, okay, well, I know I need to wait a full day to even think about getting in this class because that's my human design. If I make emotional, decisions, they are not right. Okay. So I wait, and the next day I'm outside breathing, and I'm like, something said, well, you better go check on that podcast. And I'm thinking, well, why? So I go looking at the timer's going down, and it's like, you have 2 hours until this course is closed. What? So I sat and I got connected and I was breathing. And then I said, I'm going to pull an oracle card. I've taken several courses, Denise Lynn and Colette Baron Reed. I'm an oracle card reader. And I asked, what would the outcome be if I got into podcast school? And it was manifesting miracles. I've always believed in helping people. I've always believed that when you help others, all the blessings come back to you. And so podcast school, I'm thinking, wow, that's a great way to help people. They can listen to you when they're driving in their car and stuck in traffic, going to work. Oh, not you, Angeline, not anymore. She fired her boss. Woo! Anyway, so I'm like, oh man, this kind of sounds fun. Well, I was so depressed. It was really who cares? You can check out or you can invest in podcast school. And you can still check out later if you decide you don't like the podcast school and be gone. I'd never shoot myself. Anyway, that's how low I was. So I signed up for podcast school. I meet this great group of people. I'm reignited, my passion, my purpose. And it's all about thriving in a world of energy. It's all about the tools I use and others use to help you find your purpose, your passion, the best you can be, so that you wake up with excitement, you wake up with energy, and you cannot wait to get going instead of, maybe hit that snooze alarm a couple more minutes. Really not interested in breathing exhaust fumes and driving to work and, hey, Lucian! Whoop, woo! There, guys, these are some of the high caliber entrepreneurs that are going places, and we all do personal development. We all work really hard on being the best me and the best you that you can be. So I get in podcast school. I'm super excited because guess what? I get to choose the people, the topics, the places, the things I'm interested in that the people are interested in. And it's all about how to be the best me, the best you. And when we're all living our purpose and passion, then everything flows and everything connects. We're the piece of the jigsaw puzzle. The matrix is just waving. You're just in the flow. But guys, it doesn't just rain from heaven. You have to shift. You have to shift your mind. You have to shift where you're at, the people you're surrounding yourself with. You can't go to the bar and be a norm and then think you're going to be a millionaire and all these people are going to follow you and connect with you. I'm not saying don't have a drink. I'm saying don't be the norm of the bar that they know every night that his bar stool, his butt's going to be sitting on it as soon as he gets off work until they close the bar down. Me, I like hanging with these people. I'm so excited. I'm going to be going to Africa. I'm going to be going to the next launch when we get together for our crypto company. It's called Coinbit Pro. Guys, they are so awesome. If you're interested in crypto at all, let me know. I'll put you in the group. They do live trainings, answers your calls, and every day is motivational stuff. That's the kind of people I'm hanging out with, and Angeline too. Okay, so I get in this podcast school and it shifted so much for me. What a great group of people. How motivating. And Brian Rose, he's a big thing over in Europe. You know, I was too busy being depressed. I didn't know who this dude was. So that shifted, but I still felt I was going up and down. Mornings were really, really tough for me with my mom passing. And I said, put something in front of me. Well, I did an interview with Darren Little. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Diana, transparency's key. Because I can't remember lies. I'm a horrible liar. If my mom was here on this planet, she'd be telling you the kid's just a terrible liar. So I just choose to be myself and tell the truth. I have a big, bold personality. People will go, you need to talk quieter. You need to sit stiller. Don't speak Minnesotan. Oh, so don't be me. Whatever. Hashtag not happening, babe. Okay. Good, Angeline. It's okay to go to a bar. It's okay to have a drink. Just don't make it your life. Yeah, we're going to have some fun, Lucian. So, guys, you can already see we're getting excited to get together. So I'm like, oh, what's the next step? I interviewed Darren Little, and he is a quantum millionaire coach. And I'm in the matrix. I'm digging that stuff, but something wasn't shifting. I couldn't get out of my head. And so I said, I'm signing up just like Angeline did for this 10X. But for me, the money's going to be the bonus. I'm about helping my brain so I can be happy all the time and not go through this roller coaster and help people, helping people, helping people. That's what it's all about. When I help you, then that energy is going to come back to me. So find something you love. I love crypto. I love podcasting. I love mind shifting. That's what you need to do, guys. You need to find what you love. Then you start attracting the people that love that too. Yep, yep, yep. You start hanging out with the leaders because guess what? They're normal, just like us. I don't put people on pedestals anymore. You're just going to feel sad you did. Because when you meet them and you're like, wow, they're just like us. But they figured it out. They figured something out. Get out of your own way. That's what you want to do. Yeah, you were in Africa, girl. Anyway, guys, so it was a roller coaster ride. And I went from January when my mother passed to straight down the rabbit hole, deep dive, splat. I mean, out of my head splat. Till just step by step it took me to get out of the hole. And then I said, now what do I do? What do I do? I got to surround myself with positive people. I can't. It's one of those things where you got to do it yourself, but you can't do it alone. That means you got to do the work, but you got to have that community support. And that's something that Angeline and I are in, and we are having so much fun. So I just want to talk quickly about a little personal development besides following the right people, hanging out with the right people, and getting this right. Oh, yeah, there we go. By the way, Angeline and I are 2 of 6 women light leaders who are reading a book. It's a book club called Open Books, Open Minds. And it's all about opening your heart to help others. So if you're interested, you can listen to this. We're reading a chapter, and then on Fridays we meet and we talk about it and discuss it. And we're going to do it live because we want to help you. Because Angeline wasn't in the greatest place. and she pulled herself up. I obviously was ready to commit suicide. I was so depressed, but I wouldn't do that to my 92-year-old dad. But I was at a low rate, low place, and pulled myself a little bit at a time out. So I just want y'all to know, the people I interview, the power leaders, the light leaders, these people on the new frontier of life, they all hit rock bottom. They were all in a terrible place, but not anymore because they shifted. It's a mind shift. That's the first thing. Claim your power back. Quit listening to these other people. Your whole mission in life is to be happy. How do you like that one? What? I'm just supposed to be happy and be creative and everything else falls in place? I'm in, because I sure have not been doing that right. And so many people aren't doing that right. They live in misery. You want to join us, Diana? Woohoo! It's called Open Books, Open Minds. And it's about open hearts, open lives. This group of women, there's 6 of us right now, and we would love for you to join us. I'm setting the bot up so you'll get messages. It's a page, and Angeline, maybe you can find the link and put it in there. Hey, Mark Prestonwood, whoop whoop, California in the house. I know it's a little bit better weather than Minnesota. Your struggles lead to strength. This is a fact. You grow. That song, Whatever Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger. That person went through a lot of challenges in life, didn't they? You betcha. So that was Minnesotan, wasn't it? Oh yeah, sure. You betcha. So here's the great thing about podcasting is I get to interview the people and the topics that you're interested in, because my show is all about how do you thrive in this world of energy? How do you become so you're happy and flow? Well, we know it's not being in resistance. We know it's allowing. But to do that, you have to love yourself, and you have to do a couple other things first. I thought I loved myself, but when I did mirror work and I looked in those eyes and I was telling myself, I love you and you're deserving, I just am going to call bullshit on myself, because I was crying my eyes out and I did not feel that at all. Now, every day I work on that and I'm like, woo! It gets more and more exciting. And then the proclamations that Angelina and I are talking about, a proclamation is said with excitement and said with joy. It's like you're saying, yes, yes, yes. And it shifts the energy, guys. Now, your neighbors may think you're crazy, but I don't really care, because I'm all about having my best life. So I'm my best, so I can help the masses become their best. And then guess what, guys? This is how we awaken the planet. This is how we shift things. We do it as a community and we do it as a collective. There is no competition. If there was competition, I would have read the whole book myself and run the whole show. Heck, are you kidding? Man, let's have some fun. Let's get a bunch of women together, especially, whoop, whoop, and get together and discuss this powerful book and help people to grow. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. How do you like that for a title? If you don't know him, he's all over the place. You can Google him. He's on Gaia and Synchronicity. I'm graduating from podcast school, right? December 5th in London. And I'm going to a big premiere for Reconnect, which is Brian Rose's movie. And guess who one of the stars in the movie was? Oh, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm manifesting he's going to be there, and I'm going to bring my book, and he's going to sign it. 80 degrees and sunny, Mark. It was 0 degrees with a wind chill of about 10 below this morning. I'll put that there just so you sunny people can be happy. And some of us do like the cold. Okay. Diana, for sure. Angeline, we're going to make sure you get there. I can just find it really quick. So I'll just talk and not see myself on the Facebook. And I'm going to find this link and I'm going to put it right there for everybody. It's Open Books, Open Minds Club. And you see it right there. Oh, Facebook, come on, come on. See, guys, I can't even see if you're looking at me crazy, but I've done feng shui for 20 years, 10,000 students, and that's what they like. It's not called crazy, it's called real. Okay, boom. Oh, I have to. Angeline knows it's really, oh, I put that in the chat. Guys, just be real. Have some fun. Who gives a what other people think? Boom. Shazam! There it is, guys. It's on Facebook. Open Books, Open Minds Club. And we also have a journal for each chapter. Now, I just read the introduction and the foreword. That was about 35 minutes, I think, to get through that, but very good information. And I created a journal out of that. We want you to shift. We want you to shift now. And we want to take you on that ride, and we want to help you do it. Okay, are there comments? Okay, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Okay, cold in New York. You don't know cold, honey. You don't know cold, okay? I would live stream on Periscope and wear different hats, and the only people that were even close to cold as us was Siberia. When my mother passed, it was 42 below zero in Hell, Minnesota. And we always said my mother would never pass until hell froze over, and it did. Okay, guys, so I want to thank you very much for popping in. I love to live stream. I love to help people, but this is day one of a 7-day challenge. And all you have to say to me is challenge, because I'm competitive. Lucian Godfrey, you need to get in our Facebook group, and us women are reading it. Yes, you can get a recorded audio, but you want to listen to us. And then you want to show up on Fridays. We're making it so whether people have money or not, we're doing it for free, and it's going to be on iTunes. You can go to iTunes and download it also. It's called The World of Energy is my podcast. But Fridays are the power, and I suggest you show up because there's a whole bunch of women in this group, first of all, whoop, whoop, and they're all personal development, motivated, wanting to be a better person, are going to be a better person. And it's just going to be fun, fun, fun. Guys, I'm going to leave you with this. You are not your mind. Your mind is lying to you. It's trying to protect you. Just like the people, the paradigms in your life, your parents, church, teachers, whoever, they tried to do the best for you, and maybe they didn't. But you got those learned behaviors, and they're wired in there. You're a computer program. We just got to rewire it. We need a new program. Branny 2.0. Shazam! So if you guys are interested, follow me. And I have a crypto page. It's called Crypto Minds. A World of Energy podcast, obviously. And then our book club. I have a lot of other stuff. I do digital marketing and feng shui, but that's not what that's about. Follow me. I'll help you in every way I can. I tend to help a lot of people with technology. There is a lack of knowledge there. I will send you the link, sir. You are in the group and loving it because you're an awesome, high vibrating person. Mark Preston, 42 below. Now that 2 degrees may not seem like much, but it is. You're lucky if you plug your car in that it starts. You have to make sure to cover up everything, because if you breathe, you can freeze your lungs. People are like, why would you want to live in a place like that? Well, guys, I love the outdoors. We have the world's largest ice fishing tournament. Fun, fun, fun. I like ice skating, snowmobiling, skiing. I love winter sports. I'm not a polar bear person, and what a polar bear person is, as soon as they can, they jump in the water when there's still ice on it. I had an experience at Ford, turned green, crapped my pants. No, that's in my paradigm of something I don't want to do again. But for those that can do it, God bless you. I guess it's very invigorating. I'm not into it. So thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Have those that need some help follow me, follow Angeline. Definitely get in our book club because I know we are already changing our lives with it and we're going to change yours too. So I will see you tomorrow with another live. Peace and love, and go out and help somebody. That's what it's all about. You used to live in Minnesota where? I live in Brainerd, which is central Minnesota. It's a big lakes area. And then I went to college in Bemidji, which is north of here, 90 miles. So I could ice fish and golf for credits for college. Really seriously. And then I lived in Burnsville. So Brainerd, Bemidji, Burnsville. And then I went to Dallas. Not my cup of tea. Great food, great friends, too hot. All right, guys, I hope I added a little joy to your life. And when you hang out with those with excitement and those with passion and those with energy and those that want to help you, then that's where you should be. Unless you want to stay depressed and stuck and unhappy, because you can do that too. Just keep thinking your same thoughts and living your same life. We're going to change ours, though. We'll see you next year. And we'll be going, boop, boop, Rochester, Mayo. Love Rochester. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for showing up. Lucian, I'm going to send you some links. Watch this replay. Get in the book club. I promise you. Just like we love our Coinbit Pro, you are going to love that book club. Heck, do both. I am. Thank you, Mark Prestonwood. It's good to see you. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.